My name is Lev Grossman, and I'm a staff writer at Time magazine. I also write a blog here that's called Nerd World on our website, time.com. And I'm the person in charge of Time magazine's Best Inventions issue. The process begins every September, early in the month. We have a meeting of our Best Inventions team, and we have extremely violent arguments about what inventions were the best inventions of the year. And this goes on for hours. It's probably the longest meeting that I go to every year is the Best Inventions meeting. We create what we call a long list, which will have, I think this year we had 120 items on it. And we just sat down and we hammered on them and we talked to the inventors and the companies that sponsored them. And we figured out what we really felt were the most important inventions of the year. Somebody really had a new idea, which filled a new need that had never been met before. And they put together the engineering, and they built a prototype, and they made it really work. They made a device that made people's lives better. And that's really what goes into the Best Inventions issue. Once we come up with not a short list, but a medium-sized list of inventions that we're considering, we go ahead and call the inventors. We call the people who actually built the device, and we talk to them. What we really want to know is, what stage is this thing at? Clearly they've had a good idea. They've had some buzz in trade journals, or blogs, or we've gotten a tip about it. But sometimes the thing isn't actually built yet. So we'll do an initial round of interviews with inventors just to make sure that this thing is actually for real and it's not smoke and mirrors. One of the items we really bickered over was a new kind of optical fiber offered by Corning. Optical fiber, when you lay it down, it's what connects people to the internet, but it has to be run straight. You can't bend it around corners because it's this glass-like substance that will shatter. Which makes it intensely difficult to wire up some buildings, which just require a lot of sharp angles. This year, Corning came up with something incredibly simple: optical fiber that bends. And that is going to change so many people's lives. But this is the kind of thing we're looking for, just those subtle advancements that are just simple and brilliant and make the world a little bit better. I'll give you another example. We like to look for design solutions also, not necessarily high-tech, but there's a new umbrella this year. An umbrella is a thing, it's been around for hundreds of years. You wouldn't think to fix it, but somebody invented an umbrella that is shaped differently. It's sort of it's shaped like a bat's wing. It's almost oval-shaped or teardrop-shaped, and it could stand winds up to 70 miles an hour without turning inside out. How fantastic is that? Here's a problem that nobody would ever have thought to rethink. Somebody rethought it, and they finally did it right. We've been doing this Best Inventions issue every year for 8 years now. And one of the things that's fascinating about it is watching the way the news every year kind of affects and changes and impacts the inventions we get. This year, for example, the war in Iraq certainly changed the landscape. We have a fascinating new prosthetic, for example, which will be immensely useful for wounded veterans. We also have a lot of green, ecologically friendly inventions, some hybrid cars, and a lot of products actually on that front. And that's really, what makes this inventions issue interesting from year to year, is watching the new problems that come up and the new solutions people come up with to help deal with them. So we'll be here next year, solving next year's problems, whatever they are, and I hope you'll keep reading.